Okay, so this is the Smartboard file that I created for my first lesson on information report writing. So basically I've created it like a PowerPoint, so each of these boxes link to another page, so these are all my pages. And basically I just went, in my lesson I just went through each page, so I've provided written information as well as visual representations. And for purpose, I've created some interactive features where I ask kids what's the purpose of an information report and get them to discuss that before revealing the answer by clicking on the box, and that box disappears to leave the answer. I've also included a video in here. I've included the National Geographic version and the YouTube version depending on which one worked during the lesson. I discovered in the morning that the National Geographic one would not work on the Education Queensland computers, so I've had to use the YouTube version, which did work. So I've brought up this video for the students to watch on bull sharks to get them to think about how an information report is just talking about information to do with something and informing the viewer.
There are only 3 sharks that regularly attack humans: the massive great white, the swift, sleek tiger, and the often...
So anyway, you get the picture there. And then, so that really provides a really good visual aid for the students, a really good hook, as the students were all so engaged during that. And then during structure, I've talked about just the structure and given a visual representation of how they should structure their report. On the next page, this is where I've added in the website. So basically, here you can see that this comes up like it does in the website. So having dragged it into the website, I can now use it as I would have if I had have brought up the website. So it brings up all the information. And then all of these things I can click on. So down the bottom it's got the numbers, and I actually went to this one, the Rainforests of Australia, to talk about things with the kids, and it when you run the cursor over, or if you click on them when you're up at the interactive whiteboard, if I just tap on them, they come up with the highlighting of the sections to show different things like technical or scientific words and things like that, style, impersonal, third person. So that's really good for the kids because they get to see really clear examples and images as well, and really colourful, really clear for them. So actually this is from the lesson. I've already written it in here, and then I've revealed to the students what I had put. So this was supposed to be up here. I'm just going to give you a demonstration of how I made them disappear. So what I've done is I've gone into property and gone into object animation, and then I've got fade out when the object is clicked. So then once clicking on the object, it will now fade out until it's completely gone. So that reveals it to the students as to once you've already explained it, and that's where I've written in the information, then I've revealed to them what I had put, and they can see that. Then in language, I've just discussed these features, and then once going to this page, then I went through all of the language with the students, and they had a handout as well, so those students that really learned well linguistically could read the text for themselves, and those students who really learn well on their own can really sit there and work individually, and those students who might like to learn with other people, they can share their learning and discuss their learning while they pick out all the language features. And then finally, for the ideas, I've just added in the information report assignment sheet that I handed out to the students, and so we've just discussed it as a class, and I've drawn a visual representation in here of how I wanted them to do a minimum of 5 paragraphs. But yes, so that's my first lesson on an information report.